Hello my dear students. This is a short video on income from business, that is profit and gains, business or profession. The sections that I am discussing today are those which got amended by Finance Act 2015. So this video is actually helpful for students who are appearing for their exam, that is May 2016 and future years. And this video, these sections, because they belong to PGBP chapter, these sections are not just applicable for IPCC, they are also applicable for CA final. So this video is actually helpful for both IPCC students as well as CA final students appearing in May 2016. And we know because in May 2016, the highest weightage that we give is for amendments. Amendments come for about 20 marks, and today's video is a small topic out of those amendments, and we will come up with another chain of videos addressing the other amendments which have taken place, and this is just the beginning. So today the topic which I selected is PGBP and how the three sections are actually to be read together with the new amendment. So we all know that the amendment which has taken place is one area is additional depreciation. So what did we learn about additional depreciation? Actually, it's an old topic. From years together, additional depreciation is coming. What do you know about it? We said there is a manufacturer, no matter what SSC it is, it could be a company, it could be proprietorship firm or a partnership firm, and that manufacturer has acquired new plant and machine connected to its production. So we gave them additional depreciation, 20%. That was the old story. Then what changes have taken place in this additional depreciation? Here, two changes have come. One is, in this budget 2015, government has got a responsibility towards certain states like Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, Bihar, West Bengal. These states are underdeveloped, there are a lot of backward areas, and the government is inviting more and more entrepreneurs to come and start their undertaking in these areas. So to encourage these areas, these amendments have come. So what is the effect of this amendment in additional depreciation? The good news is, if you start an undertaking in a notified area, which I just discussed, those states, then you will get additional depreciation, which is not 20%, but it is 35%. Additional depreciation got amended here. Earlier we simply said any manufacturer bought a plant and machine anywhere in India, we will give him 20% additional depreciation. But now we are saying additional depreciation depends upon where you have set up your undertaking. If you set up in any area, it is 20%, but if you go to a backward area, then you will get 35%, and this backward area is a notified one. I would repeat, Telangana, Andhra Pradesh, Bihar, West Bengal. So that got amended. Another amendment which has come in additional depreciation is, one question I would like to ask you. When is additional depreciation available? Is it available every year? Answer is no. Whenever you acquire new plant and machine, in the year of acquisition, you get additional depreciation, which is 20%. And it comes with a condition. What is that condition? You should use it for so and so days. Let's say if you use it for less than 180 days, you get half of it. 20% half is 10. And if you use it for more than 180 days, you get full depreciation. Now there are some SSCs who were supposed to acquire their assets, let's say in the second half of the year, somewhere during October, November, December, Jan, up to March. What is stopping them from buying the assets? If they buy the assets in the second half of the year, they will get additional depreciation, which is only half, that is 10%, not 20%. What about the balance half? Will they get next year? No, the problem with additional depreciation is, it says it is applicable in the year of acquisition. So we've already bought it last year and you used it for less than 180 days, so you just got half of it. The other half is lost. So because of this, many organizations are discouraged from buying the fixed assets in the second half of the year. So the amendment is taking care of this situation. The amendment is saying from this year onwards, there's nothing to worry. Let's say if you have put the asset to use for less than 180 days, claim half depreciation now, additional depreciation, half of it now, and in the next year you can claim half of it. So what is the good news now? Your seniors have learned that whenever you use it for less than 180 days, says additional depreciation is half. And then you have to forget, do not talk about additional depreciation in succeeding year. But now the amendment says, no, if you have not claimed full additional depreciation, you can claim the balance in the succeeding year, the subsequent year. That is the second amendment. So now let me quickly recap. First amendment I said was we are now saying if you go to the backward areas, we will give you additional depreciation at a higher rate of 35%. And second amendment is if you use it for less than 180 days, the balance can be claimed in the next year. 32 AC, there was no amendment here. It's the same thing which we heard last year. What is that? If you are investing in new plant and machine, the amount which is invested, if it exceeds 25 crores, you get 15% deduction as investment allowance. Yes, it is the same. There are no changes in this. Then why do we have to study it? The reason why I have put on the board is I want you to understand the comparative analysis that we need to do to remember all the three sections. So that's the reason I have put it here. Coming to 3280, yes, this is a new section which got introduced this year from financial year PY 15-16, AY 16-17 onwards. And this is a section which is applicable for those undertakings which are set up in notified areas. That is the same AP, Telangana, Bihar and West Bengal. So for them we have come up with this section. What is this section telling? Simply it is encouraging entrepreneurs. You go to the so-and-so region. If you go and invest, you start your undertaking there, we will give you 15% deduction. So now we got an introduction about these three sections, but now let us actually study how these sections are varied. Who is eligible under these three sections? So when it comes to additional depreciation, we are saying any SSE who is either a manufacturer or a power generating unit. So now additional depreciation is encouraging any SSE. You can be partnership firm, you can be a company, you can be a proprietor. But 32AC is simply saying that it should be a company. And if it is a company, it can either be an Indian company or a foreign company. 3280 is again a kind section. It says any SSE, but it is insisting that it should be a manufacturer. So now if you observe this investment allowance, yes, here also we will stress on manufacturer. 32AC is stressing that it should be a company with manufacturing, whereas additional depreciation and 3280 both are open for any other SSE. What is the nature of undertaking? Okay, so now we will stress on nature of undertaking here. Let us finish this one first, 32AC. It simply says it can be either a new undertaking or an old undertaking. What do you mean by new or old? A new company started and they have invested in new plant and machine for more than 25 crores, we will give them deduction. Or there is an existing company last 5 years, 10 years and this year they have bought some assets more than 25 crores, we will give them deduction. It can be either new or old. But 3280 wants new entrepreneurs to come. So 3280 is telling it should be a new undertaking. It should be a new undertaking, new company. And what do you mean by new company? This section is saying a company which is incorporated anytime from 1st April 2015 to 31st March 2020 will be eligible for investment allowance deduction. So let's say the government is expecting that in the next 5 years, those notified backward areas will be developed. So as of now, the life of the section is 5 years. So this is what we are saying. Any undertaking which is incorporated any time during this period is eligible for this deduction. Now coming to additional depreciation, we have to be little careful here. Additional depreciation we will study like this. We will say if you are a general SSE. General SSE indicates you are in any other area, general area let's say. In general SSE is an SSE which is in the general area, or it is an SSE which is in a specified area. If you are in general area, You can be new or old. You can be a manufacturer or a power generating unit. You will get additional depreciation, which is 20%. So this will be helpful. But if you are going to the specified area, as I said, Telangana state or Andhra Pradesh or Bihar or West Bengal, if you go here, then you should be new. This is very important. That means for old companies, this additional depreciation at a higher rate is not applicable. It should be new. Yeah, when we say for old companies this is not applicable, then they will always fall here. Generalized concept. This is the specialized concept. Then further, if you are a manufacturer, this is the good news for you, 35%. No, you are into power generation unit or distribution, then it is 20%. So how do we understand now? So let's say you have a client who is there in Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, Bihar, etc. He is asking you for advice regarding additional depreciation. Now how do you advise him? First question you will ask him, are you an old undertaking or a new undertaking? He would say, I am an old undertaking, I incorporated my company 2 years back in Andhra Pradesh. Then you simply have to tell him that for you the additional depreciation is 20%. Now, if that client would say, no, I'm a new company, I'm incorporated during PY 15-16 or in future, then you will ask him next question. Okay, you are a new company, you are incorporated now. What do you do? If you are a manufacturer, then you enjoy 35%. No, I'm not a manufacturer, I'm into power generation, power distribution, then you will get same 20%. So old companies are also getting, new companies are also getting. Old companies get the old additional depreciation 20%, but if you're a new company along with manufacturing, then you get 35%. If you're into power generation, you get 20%. And here we know the rate of investment allowance deduction. It is 15%, 15%. So here you need to be careful. We know the location. Okay, we've already studied. For additional depreciation based on where the location is, they are giving you additional depreciation. 32 AC says anywhere in India, wherever you want to be there, we will give you additional investment allowance deduction. But we know the condition behind this deduction. How much they want you to invest in manufacturing? More than 25 crores. Here once again they are insisting notified area, which we know, notified backward. Okay, what is the period? Okay, this additional depreciation is open, they have not restricted to so and so year, but investment allowance has a short life. 32 AC, when it was introduced, they kept 3 years in mind, so this section is open for 14-15, PY I'm talking, PY 14-15, 15-16 and 16-17. So as of now, this section has a short life of 3 years, and already 1 year got over, so it is financial year 15-16, 16-17. So maybe we have to wait till March, they may extend it, so let's wait. But 32 AD, as I told you, they have estimated it may take 5 years for the area to develop. So this section is open from 1st April 2015 to 31st March 2020. That is approximately 5 years. Now coming to the condition. Okay, what is the condition? If I want to get these benefits, what are the conditions? This section simply says you should be buying new plant and machine. Everybody, all the 3 sections are saying the same, new plant and machine. And we know very well what do you mean by new plant and machine. It is a plant which is connected to your manufacturing. It should not be second hand, and when we say second hand, neither domestic second hand nor imported second hand. It should not be second hand at all. And the next thing we are insisting that it should not be a transport related vehicle. It should not be an office equipment or an equipment which is used in residential accommodation or the guest house. Computer software which are helping the office work, all that is not eligible. All those plants which are connected to the production or to the factory, that is eligible for deduction. So this is what we would stress, new plant and machine. Coming to another condition, here I should be writing that acquired insisting that the value of machine should be more than 25 crores. Similarly, here we do not have any such condition on value. Okay, this additional depreciation or the 3280, we are not insisting on value. Whatever might be the size of the machine, you are eligible for those two sections. But this section is very clear. They are only encouraging, small, medium enterprises having a value of plant and machine more than 25 crores. Additional depreciation is dependent upon usage. Usage is a condition. You should be using that asset. And let's say if you use it, put to use is less than 180 days, then you will get half depreciation. So this 20 would become 10, 35 would become 17.5. Usage is not relevant here. Usage is not relevant at all. Here they are only insisting that you should acquire and install. Based on that you are getting the deduction. Usage is not important. What about lock-in period? There is no such condition called lock-in period. No such condition. But these two sections are insisting that you should be using the asset at least for 5 years. And we know if you do not use the asset for 5 years, in the year of violation, that is the year of sale, the deduction claim will become deemed income. However, this has certain exceptions in it like amalgamation, etc. What about reduction from written down value? Additional depreciation is to be reduced from written down value. Here, not to be reduced from written down value. Not to be reduced from written down value. So this is a good news. You are getting a deduction against your profits, and this deduction will not get reduced from your written down value. So this is how these sections are looking like. Now if you ask me, let's say our client is coming and asking us for an advice. Which section am I eligible for? So how do we guide him? So let's say your client is your SSC and he is anywhere in India other than the notified area, or he is in the notified area. Then next important thing we will ask him, who is the client? If it is a company, then we will give him company additional depreciation plus 32 AC. Additional depreciation we will give him for buying the plant and machine. Further, we will give him investment allowance deduction because he is invested in plant and machine more than 25 crores. Anywhere in India, if you are other than company, partnership firm, proprietorship, HUF, etc., and you are buying some plant and machine, then you will only get additional depreciation, you will not get 32 AC. So remember that 32 AC is only for companies. Only additional depreciation. Whereas if you are in a notified area, so let's say the company has gone to the notified area, then they will get additional depreciation plus 32 AC if the investment is more than 25 crores plus 32 AD because they went to the notified area. So they are getting 3 benefits simultaneously. And we know additional depreciation will be reduced from written down value, but these two things, 15 and 15, will not be reduced from written down value. And if you are other than company, others, then in that case you will get additional depreciation along with 32 AD, but you will not get any 32 AC because you are not a company. 32 AC is only for companies. So let's say if my client is a company and if it has gone to AP or Telangana and they have invested in plant and machine 100 crores, okay, 100 crores, then how much will they claim as deduction? Let us see. Let's say the normal depreciation is 15%, so they will be claiming 15 crores as normal depreciation. Additional depreciation, because they have gone to AP and Telangana, additional depreciation eligible as deduction against their profits under the head PGBP. And if you are unable to charge off, you have to apply the set off and carry forward provisions. So I hope you found the video helpful. This is a comparative analysis of 3 things at one place. So I hope you will be using this content to make your PGBP strong. So kindly solve some examples on this area to understand it in a better way. Thank you so much. See you soon.